안녕하세요 여러분. We are actually here at Songgwangsa Temple, which is one of the oldest Buddhist temples here in South Korea. So, anything you know about
Songgwangsa.
yeah, Songgwangsa Temple?
It's about temple. Songgwangsa is about temple, my friend.
Hi everyone! I'm JC Augusto and this is my travel adventure. I am going to bring you to the 7,641 islands of the Philippines, to the South Korean peninsula, and we are going to try the various cultures, food, fashion, and everything that defines the best of both worlds. So what are you waiting for? Hop in! Hi everyone! If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. And if you want to get more updates regarding my recent vlogs, please don't forget to press the notification bell. Songgwangsa Temple is also known as the Piney Expanse Monastery, which is one of the three jewels of the Seon Buddhism located in South Jeolla Province in the Korean peninsula. It is approximately 18 miles or 29 kilometers away from the sea, and it is found in the Jeolla Provincial Park.
Actually, nabasa ko parang isa siya sa tatlong biggest temple. I don't know, like may huh? No, like the other is another province.
Though smaller in size, Songgwangsa Temple is considered as the greatest among the trio of the three jewels temples representing the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. The other two of the trio, Tongdosa and Heinsa, are located in South Gyeongsang Province. This monastery, though under the jurisdiction of the Jogye order in Seoul, this functions as an autonomous body. It actually controls a network of 49 small branch temples whose abbots are chosen from among the monks of the main monastery and who also enjoy a fair degree of independence as long as they function as an independent economic units without depending on the main monastery. It currently serves as the head temple for the 21st district of the Jogye order among the 25 head monasteries of the order. Songgwangsa, one of the oldest Seon temples in Korea, is still very active today as a practice center. Over the centuries, it has been rebuilt many times and is now fully restored. As it has been the residence of many monks, the monastery has an assortment of stele and pagodas which contain the ashes of the monks. One of the oldest living quarters in Korea is located at Songgwangsa, as well as an international Seon center that is popular with foreigners who seek the experience of living in a Seon temple. Koryosa, the first foreign branch of Songgwangsa, was actually established in Koreatown, Los Angeles, California, in the United States in the 1980s by Kusan Sunim.
I think that the ones at my back are actually tombs of the monks.
The layout plan of the monastery closely resembles the Ocean Seal chart, which is also known as the Dharma Wheel chart, which is said to be a diagram indicative of the Korean doctrine of Hwaom. The main temple or hall is accessed via a single beam gate known as an ilichimun and is built in traditional style with wooden beams. As you can see, it actually contains a shrine of Vairocana, the Dharmakaya Buddha, and relics related to Wawam school of Buddhism, illustrating the importance of this philosophy in Korean Buddhism. The main hall houses the three main statues of the past Buddha, including Dipankara Buddha, which is the current Buddha, Gautama Buddha, and of course the future Buddha, Maitreya.
Kung napanood niyo yung movie na ano yan? Sabaha. Parang doon pinakilala yung yung
Buddha. Ay, si
yung incarnation ni Buddha. Tapos kumuha siya ng 4 guardians. Yung 4 guardians na yun, parang masasamang tao sila before.
Yes.
Pero naging righteous din sila. Hanggang sa ma-reach nila yung Nirvana.
Enlightenment.
Yes.
To the side of the main building is the Jijangjeon, which contains the Buddha statue, and the Sungbojo, which explains its affiliation and importance to the sun. Just below the main temple complex, which is crafted in wood, is a group of stone stelae, all measuring roughly 8 feet in height, that display the history of the monastery. An ancient hitching post near this area would historically have served government officials and other eminent visitors. The teaching hall, the master's portrait hall, and the residence of the spiritual leader are all located at the highest elevation but not the main hall. Also near the spiritual leader's residence is a small house with a conventional chimney that dates to the 15th century. This is said to belong to his deputy and believed to be one of the oldest living quarters in Korea. This is Songgwangsa Temple. Songgwangsa means a temple in which 18 great monks will spread the teaching of Buddha. Song referring to the 18 great men, and the Gwang to the spreading of Buddhism.
I have a question for you both.
What?
So, since we are actually walking around Songgwangsa Temple, what part of the temple will leave a mark in your mind and in your heart that will make you want to come back here in Songgwangsa Temple?
I believe.
Ang hirap naman ang tanong.
So what part? Actually, in my case, I like the intricate designs of the temples. Like, it's very difficult to make. I don't know. It's just fascinating. What about you guys?
The same as with you.
Kasi common naman na yung design na ganyan sa Buddhist temple.
Oh yes, right.
But yeah, kidding aside, I like the landscape itself, like the river. Is it a river?
Yeah, I like the view also. No?
Okay.
Maganda siya.
Could relieve your stress if you are really stressed. Something like that.
Yeah. So,
Apart from the festivals, the monastery observes 2 meditation seasons, which are an integral feature of Korean Buddhism. In the tradition of historical Buddha, both are 2 3-month meditation seasons, one in winter and the other in summer, scheduled according to the lunar calendar. Normally, 120 monks attend these meditations, which are still practiced in Korean Buddhism up to this day. Meditation is observed with the objective of creating and also building impetus and energy for achieving progress on the path of enlightenment.
Yan. Ang last na question ko usually is, if you're going to recommend Songgwangsa Temple to all the foreigners, yes, and of course the Koreans alike, what grade are you going to give the temple? 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, and why?
The lowest.
Yes.
For me, actually, it's my first time in Songgwangsa. And I've been to Sonamsa, I think 2 years ago, and I can say that Songgwangsa is far different with Sonamsa.
Yeah.
I will give grade on it. I will give 8 out of 10.
Oh,
Yes.
why
yes,
8 out of 10?
Because I love the nature, I love the landscape, and the temple itself. They are bigger than the temples in Sonamsa.
So, do you think that anyone who visited Seonamsa should also visit
Yes.
Songgwangsa, or these are actually two Buddhist temples which are completely the same? So, if you've been to one, it's okay not to go to the other.
Actually, as far as I saw the temples in Korea, they look the same, but they differ in terms of history maybe, and the landscape.
Yeah.
But if you consider the structure of the temple, they are really the same.
The same, because
Yeah.
they are both Buddhist temples.
Yeah, and the designs, or the, what do you call that? The art that they applied for establishing those temples are, I think, the same. They are
Yes.
really similar, but they only differ in terms of landscape, maybe the size, because Sonamsa is smaller than Songgwangsa.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Hector is of course also a PhD student. Both are actually PhD students in Suncheon National University. So anyway, same question, Hector.
Of course, it's 10.
Oh, that's very high. And why?
I just appreciate the preservation of culture and history.
Yes, that's actually very good, because as you can see, the whole temple is like very, very old, right? It's started around 867, is it? BC?
Yeah, around that.
And like the history is just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really amazing.
I have a trivia.
Yes.
Alam niyo yung sign na yan?
What
the one,
sign?
the one on the bridge. The swastika. There's a common misconception about the
Yeah.
Buddhist swastika and the German Nazi symbol.
Right. You're right. So, question is, how can you decipher the Buddhist symbol and the Nazi symbol? Yes, because there's a way, right? They're completely different symbols. They look the same, but if you are a keen observer, you should know how these two symbols actually differ from the other.
I don't know.
So
Maybe
anyway,
the German is like this and the Buddhist is like this.
no, they're actually just the same. But you know the difference between the Buddhist symbol and the Nazi symbol?
What?
It's where they open. If
The
you're
other side.
yes, the Nazi is actually going to the left. The tentacles, I don't know what you call that one, or the
leg,
the leg,
Portacles.
tentacles. So
or the branch.
yes, so that's actually going to the left, but this one is going to the right. So I read one which says that do not ever mistake Nazi with the Buddhist symbol, because they're completely different. Yeah. Okay, so again, last question. So if you're going to recommend the Songgwangsa temple to all the tourists here in South Korea, and of course to all the Koreans alike, what grade are you going to give and why?
For Songgwangsa temple, right? 9.5.
And why?
Yeah! Because this temple, I think this is my first temple that I visited here in Korea, and I think this is a nice place for the tourists because we can see many temples.
Yeah.
And there is also I saw monks.
Yeah.
So the history is like continuous like that. Ano ang tawag nito?
Okay.
Yes, and also I will recommend this because the place is like historical again. Right?
Yes, actually.
So, but I didn't search the history of this, but I think if you are like fan of having history on the place like that, this is recommended.
Yes. But of course, I recommend that anyone who would like to visit Songgwangsa temple should first check or research something about Songgwangsa temple so that at least they will be able to appreciate everything about Songgwangsa temple. So, what about you,
Kuya Mon.
Kuya Mon? But
Rating.
just give me a rating.
Also
Like Rainiel says, Mr. Rainiel says, for me, it is also 9.5.
Wow.
I recommend this place to the tourists or who is nearby here in Suncheon because the view,
yes.
although the weather is not appropriate for the
No.
sightseeing.
I agree.
So we will come back here, right?
Yes. After autumn, before
Autumn.
Okay,
So
so
hopefully
thank
we-
you.
Bye. Nagulat yun.
Okay, so definitely I myself will definitely recommend Songgwangsa temple to all the tourists here in South Korea. So again, if you want to come here, I think you should visit Songgwangsa temple here in Suncheon City, South Korea. Bye guys.